Whether you're going yellow gold, white gold, platinum, there's really no right or wrong answer. It's again all about what you want and making sure that you're working with a jeweler like Wove or any other jeweler that has the chops to really help you think through these things to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck and the best decision for your entire lifetime. Can you stick with the maintenance for the rest of your life? Are you willing to stick with the risk of getting a setting that might not be super secure for the rest of your life? Welcome back to the Rings and Things podcast. I'm Simone, your host, CEO of Wove, and your new favorite jeweler. Let's get into yellow gold. Yellow gold is making a comeback in a major way. We all saw yellow gold really come to the forefront from a fashion perspective. We saw big gold jewelry, big earrings, chunky bracelets, and now that's coming into the engagement ring space too. We're seeing wider bands, flat bands, giving you that very thick metal look, but it's also thick in yellow gold rather than white gold. So if you notice, in the past 20 years or so, a lot of us are going for white gold or platinum for our engagement rings because that really does create this neutral backdrop for that diamond to just sparkle super, super bright. But we're also finding that from a fashion perspective, yellow gold is coming back in a major way and becoming more and more of what we grab for our hoops, our bracelets, our other stackable rings. And then you're starting to create this clash of, once it's time for me to get my engagement ring, do I go with white gold because that's what engagement rings are supposed to have? Or do I go with yellow gold because it matches literally everything I'm wearing? Clearly, I'm a yellow gold girly. When it comes to our engagement rings, there's really no right or wrong. It's really just about what fits you and complements your skin tone, complements your other jewelry, because this is the jewelry piece that you will literally wear every single day for the rest of your life, right? So it needs to be a piece that you love and would actually still choose to wear, whether it was your engagement ring or not. And that's really where I see the yellow gold coming into play. So when it comes to yellow gold, it's really giving that vintage inspired look. If you think about the 70s, that's really coming into play in 2025 when it comes to fashion trends. We're gonna see that same vintage feel in engagement rings, down to the cut. But again, that yellow gold band is really gonna give you that look. It almost reminds you of like your grandmother's jewelry, right? Like if you think about the boxes of jewelry that you walked into your mom's room and saw, most of the time it was yellow gold. And so that vintage sort of old school feel is what you're going to get with the yellow gold band. What I love also about having yellow gold is if you're going for that minimalist vibe, but you still want a little bit of dimension, you want a little bit of contrast, having a really simple minimalist band that's yellow gold with a beautiful big diamond that's sort of giving that cool toned white finish, you're having that dimension without necessarily being super monochromatic across your entire engagement ring. I love that subtle contrast that a yellow gold band with a colorless diamond gives. So if you're that minimalist girly who wants to have a little bit of dimension but not go crazy on pave diamonds and hidden halos and all that stuff, having that yellow gold band and that very colorless white diamond is going to give you that without necessarily having to do too much on the band. I think another reason why some people have veered more so to white gold, because that's the classic. If you think about an engagement ring in your mind, you're most likely going to envision a white gold or platinum setting. But what I love about yellow gold is it also gives us the ability to really complement skin tone. Just like our makeup, just like the other jewelry we wear, we want to make sure that we're complementing our skin tone and really picking pieces that match us and not just what matches the stereotypical engagement ring. For me, yellow gold really captures the warmth in my skin while also giving all the shine to that diamond that I'm trying to highlight. There are different levels of the yellow gold that you can also choose from. When you see 10K, 14K, 18K, 24K, all that's really talking about is the amount of yellow gold in your ring. If you're going for a 10K yellow gold, it's gonna be a little bit more of a paler yellow because the content of that pure yellow gold is a little bit less. When you go on the 24 karat gold, just like Bruno Mars, that's deep, deep gold content in there. That's gonna be a really rich gold color. And like any other color, there are different hues that you can kind of fall into. So if you want a more yellowy, rich gold, you're gonna go higher on that scale. You're gonna go 18 karat. That's gonna give you a really like deep, warm gold. 24 karat is gonna give you warm gold. Then you've got 14 karat, which is usually what you see on engagement rings. So what I usually recommend for your everyday jewelry, especially if you're gonna go yellow gold with a lab-grown diamond for like a little complimentary ring like mine here, go 10 karat gold with a lab-grown diamond. It's super cute, really easy, really affordable, and very, very durable. Because the other part about going higher up on that gold scale, the metal in your ring is going to become softer and softer. So that means prongs will ever so slightly move a little bit more maintenance to make sure everything stays secure. Or if you go, let's say 18 karat or 24 karat on your engagement ring band, you wanna make sure that your setting is designed to be really secure in and of itself. So no 3-prong settings for 18 karat or 24 karat gold. You're gonna wanna do a bezel set, 6 prongs at the right spots at the corners to really hug your diamond. But just think about that. When you start going higher up on that color scale, 18 karat, 24 karat yellow gold, the softer and softer that metal is gonna be, the easier it is to bump and move a little bit. My personal recommendation is always go 14 karat gold for your engagement ring. It's that perfect balance of depth of color and warmth, but still gives you the durability where you're not nervous about that metal being too soft. Another upside to going with yellow gold over white gold is, as we know, gold is naturally yellow, right? Like it comes out like those gold bricks that you can think of in your mind, right? That's the natural tone of gold. So when you talk about white gold is actually yellow gold plated with a rhodium plating, which is a super strong plating. I'm not talking about the plating that's gonna rub off and turn your skin green. I'm talking about a serious plating that essentially changes the color of that gold. But that plating does wear over time. So one of the things about white gold is if you wanna keep it super crisp and white, you have to go get that rhodium plated again. I say at least once a year to really make sure you're getting that full depth of white gold color. And that's why a lot of people, if they want that silver undertone, if they want that white gold look, they're really going platinum, because platinum is platinum. It is that silver tone. It's never going to not be that silver tone. Whereas the maintenance on white gold, you're gonna have to get that thing replated every once in a while. So just understanding what works for you and your lifestyle is gonna be best. Platinum is a little bit pricier. Platinum is often going to be more pricey than gold. However, with the gold prices these days, I've seen gold start to become pricier than platinum. We'll see if the market still stays that way, but traditionally, platinum has been more expensive than gold. So truly, whether you're going yellow gold, white gold, platinum, there's really no right or wrong answer. It's, again, all about what you want and making sure that you're working with a jeweler like Wove or any other jeweler that has the chops to really help you think through these things to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck and the best decision for your entire lifetime. Can you stick with the maintenance for the rest of your life? Are you willing to stick with the risk of getting a setting that might not be super secure for the rest of your life? That's where a jeweler comes in. That's where we can be helpful. And that's where we can be the experts so you don't have to be. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone through the differences on white gold, platinum, yellow gold, I wanna make sure that when you're putting that Pinterest together for your proposer, that they know the metal type that you want in your ring. And of course, I cannot forget mixed metals. Trust me, we're gonna talk about it. In the next episode, we're gonna talk all about settings. And so make sure you send this to your proposer so they know all the details, all the types of baskets, all the types of guardrails that we can work into your custom engagement ring. Cheers! I'll see you in the next episode. The person you're shopping for probably sent you this video, and it's because I'm gonna help break down all the details of a setting so you get the perfect ring for them. Settings can be super complicated, very confusing, and quite frankly, at a whole nother level of stress you're not thinking about. This is where you want to speak to an expert. You want to speak to a jeweler like myself or my team at Wove, who will help you understand why certain elements of a setting actually matter more than just what it looks like.